up, guys? What's going on? This is Game of Thrones recap and review here on the Foulmouth Network. Episode 3 just ended. And I got the Filthy Mouth Gamer and Tiffany from That Ass Podcast here as usual. What's going on, guys?
Valamagolis, you cunts.
Valamagolis. Good episode or what? Another good episode?
God, this was crazy, iconic. It's just insane. It's probably the best episode so far this season, right?
That ending was pretty fucking twisted. She was like, let Cersei know I'm the one who killed Joffrey's ass.
Yeah?
Yeah, she got the last laugh. She did. She was a wise old fuck, that lady, you know?
I'm surprised Jamie didn't cut her down right
Stab
there.
her, yeah, exactly, because I thought he was going to do that too. But yeah, it was a pretty good episode. Episode 3, season 7. Was pretty cool, man. It was a good episode. There's a lot going on in this episode. You saw Jon Snow meet his cousin, really.
Well, his aunt, it would be.
His aunt, yeah.
Right.
And for the first time in the show, which we've been waiting for that for a long time. You also saw what's his name get healed of the rock disease.
Oh, yeah.
Which was fucking cool.
Fucking grayscale?
Yeah, grayscale. And you thought for sure that, Tully was going to be let go and not be able to stay at the school, but he's good.
And now he's going to be a fucking human Xerox machine at fucking Old Town now.
Yeah. Human Xerox. He is. He's like, you thought you were getting a reward? No, that doesn't happen yet. But all in all, it's a great episode, as usual, with Game of Thrones.
What did you guys think about Sansa and Bronn uniting?
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking Sansa looked like she saw a ghost, only because, and I couldn't figure out what it was. Now she knows her brother has seen everything.
Yeah.
What has he seen that she doesn't want him to see?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? He might be a creepy motherfucker. He's seen her get raped. He's seen her beaten. If he's really watching all this shit.
Well, yeah, he said about seeing her in the wedding dress, so...
And he's also seen her scheme with Littlefinger.
Yeah.
Yep.
My man right there.
And Littlefinger's over there fucking really just giving her an earful. And here he goes with the whole coaching her along. He's going to teach her to become a scumbag is basically what's happening with that.
Oh!
Fucking
Bran knows that Littlefinger was behind all this shit.
Yeah, but, does he really?
Yeah, he could see everything.
I understand, but I don't know. I just feel like if he knew that, wouldn't he be...
he kind of looked like he was on some morphine when he walked in.
Yeah, he was like he was Hodored out, bro. He looked like he had a little bit of that Hodor kush. You know what I mean? Hodor. As soon as you smoke that, you're like, Hodor. But yeah, he looked like a space cadet at that point. But a lot of people reuniting. I'm waiting for. What's her name was not in this episode at all. Baby Star.
Arya.
Yeah, she wasn't in this episode at all. I wonder what's going on with her.
Yeah, I thought she was showing up when somebody came to Winterfell. I originally thought it was her.
Yeah. And
but
it was
then again,
him.
I'm a jerk off because
the last time we saw Bran. Yeah, last time we saw Bran, he was at the wall, remember?
Right.
And he was saying, I'm Jon Snow's brother, and he looked at him and he couldn't believe it. So yeah, he was in there, but she wasn't in this whole episode. I'm surprised, but she had a pretty good episode last episode, so that's why they didn't want to overload that story,
That they don't want to overload, and that they, we had a really big part with Jon Snow and Khaleesi.
I like how he wouldn't bow down to her like, he's like, we got bigger fish to fry than you taking the throne. We're talking about, and I like Sir Davos, what's his name?
Davos.
Yeah, Davos. He was like, listen, what do you want to rule with, skeletons around you? Because that's what's going to happen. And Jon is the only guy going around and telling them, guys, you're not looking at the big picture. You're looking at the fucking little picture here. And Cersei, oh man, that part was pretty messed up where there was a couple of really good parts in this, and it has a lot to do with Cersei's kids this episode. surrounding like her kids and shit, and the deaths of all of her kids so far in the series, which is crazy because she foresaw that with that witch, and all that shit. So, and now she doesn't care who sees her banging her own brother. She just opens the door like, yeah, that's
She's the
right.
fucking queen. Who gives a fuck?
I got him in the bed. And what are you going to do about it?
Right.
Yeah.
Surprised they didn't throw that chick into the mix.
You're right. Those two, they're sickos when it comes to that shit.
You brought a delivery, now let me fucking have my brother deliver coming to your cunt now.
Oh my god, dude. Holy Jesus.
Yo, when that scene when they're in the dungeons, Cersei and I kind of called the lipstick without calling it. Like I didn't say, "Oh, her lipstick's poison." What I said is, I turned to my wife. I go, "I guess they don't have a fucking Sephora in King's Landing because that is fucked up lipstick she's wearing."
Yeah, she basically did the same thing that she did to her kid.
Yeah, that was crazy. But she said your daughter will die here in the cell, and you will be here in this cell while she does.
Yep. And she said, keep the torches lit, keep them fresh, because I wanted to see every part of it.
Yeah, that was...
Because you know what she is? She's a...
He's always been a cunt.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that, by the way, line of the show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When Elena asked what the name of the sword was, he said, what it was, he was always a cunt.
I know. Jesus,
oh, man.
He's always been a cunt.
Yeah.
Oh my god, man! I like how Tyrion and Jon Snow meet up again. We haven't seen them together since they were both really down and out in this series, which
Episode
in the beginning,
2.
Yeah. So and they had that nice little talk, and you knew then that those characters would collide again somehow, some way in the future, and here they are. Which a lot of shit is like shaping up, man. Like I said last week, a lot of stuff is shaping up to end the series. Like they're gonna go on these major storylines, which are gonna, coincide with ending the series next season, which will be like in 2019. And that's it. The next season. I don't know how many episodes. How many episodes this year? Do you guys know?
I believe it's 10, right? No, I believe it's 7.
7 episodes.
Yeah, because the last 2 season is short. I think this one is 7 and the next one is 6.
Yeah, so it's really short, huh? Wow.
So
they gotta tell this whole story over the next not even.
Let's see,
13 episodes.
10 episodes.
10 episodes. Like, are they crazy? How are they gonna tell this whole story?
I don't know.
A lot of.
I mean, hey, I love it, but and there are so many other series. There's gonna be 2 more series that they already definitely announced that are like gonna be, what is it? One of them's like before this happens, and I think one of them is the Rebellion or some shit, and the other show
Robert's
is
Rebellion.
Yeah, and the other show
That's
is
what I want it to be.
Yeah, something else. I don't know, but they are definitely happening. They're gonna both be on HBO. Do you know that or no?
Yeah, it's gonna be HBO without a doubt. There was graphic novels that George R. R. Martin written called what the fuck was it called? I forget it, but it's basically around these 2 characters, Dunk and Egg.
Yeah.
Which is Sir Duncan the Tall, and I don't want to give away who Egg is, but I love how comic books became graphic novels. You know what I mean? Like it's a fucking comic book. Let's get a grip.
And it's only 7 episodes this season.
Yeah.
Wow.
Listen, don't ever fucking question my fucking.
So what do we got? Yeah, so we got 4 episodes left of season 7 right now.
Right, you're almost halfway through already.
Man,
this is depressing, man.
It is because you only have really 10 episodes left. That's it.
Wow.
I mean,
we
should have that.
Dude.
We should have that alone, guys. I didn't open up the phone lines last time, but they're open now. If you guys want to talk about Game of Thrones and call in and talk about this episode or something else about Game of Thrones, we are talking Game of Thrones. So don't call in and start talking about Keemstar. All right. You know what I mean? Yeah. So,
one answer was answered. Like I was wondering where Joffrey's sword is, and now I know.
Jamie uses it. Yep. You're right about that.
So his sword that's going to have... Jamie has to come into play then. They need a Valyrian steel sword to fight White Walkers.
Yeah, you're right about that.
So he's got to come into play, no?
Yeah, I would think so, man. Hey, we got a phone call right now. We got the great Tommy NC 2010 calling in. Tommy, what's up, Tommy?
Not much. How are you doing tonight?
We're doing good. What's going on with you?
Tommy?
Not much. I went to an anime convention yesterday.
Yeah, was it Game of Thrones?
What?
Was it about Game of Thrones?
No, it was called ARAC. It was an astral anime convention, and it was a lot of awesome people. The Homs is going to work on the vlog.
Let me ask you a question. Did you call in to talk about Game of Thrones?
Yeah, this is a Game of Thrones.
All right, exactly. I'll talk to you later, buddy. Thanks for calling in. That's the great Tommy NC 2010 coming on here on the... Sorry, Tommy. We're talking Game of Thrones right now, buddy. Only Game of Thrones right now. Everybody.
Well, unless he was going to talk about how he got his dick sucked in like a hentai movie.
No, he's not talking about that. He thought that this was a regular old broadcast, but nope, we're talking Game of Thrones here, guys. Sorry. Thank you.
What do you think about
Thank you very much. The what?
The dragon glass, right?
Yeah, the dragon glass.
Yeah, that what's it called?
Well, she kind of was like, oh yeah, we'll let you mine that. You know what I mean? Like you can mine that stuff if you want.
Let me tell you something. She's really cunty.
Yeah, what is up with that, man? Yeah, I'm noticing that. Like what's the deal? What is the deal with that?
Get like a little more power, and then like you become a little cunty. Is that what it is?
Did you feel like I felt like when Jon Snow enters the throne room and then Missandei starts doing the whole she's the queen of the Andals, this, that, the other thing, which was funny because Davos like king of the north. But
I know.
Like,
meanwhile, the guy was brought back from death.
Do you really have to say she's this, she's that, she's this, she's that?
No, and you know something? She was never like that. Right. She was never like that. She was always like, don't say that shit. Like, and now it's like she was sitting there like letting it happen too. And you know they were emphasizing throughout this episode about how she was a bitch. Basically, she's been a bitch this whole episode. What the fuck is going on? Like, are they changing her? Because I'm looking at her as like a real bitch now. I don't know, man.
You notice how she said, "I'm the last Targaryen." No, you're not.
Yeah, I'm like.
You think you are?
I just hope they're not turning her into a major bitch throughout the rest of the series.
No. You see, this is what I think. I think she's a bitch. I think next episode she's gonna be humbled.
Well, we'll see. Hey, 917, what's up?
What's up, Truth Seeker here? What's going on, guys?
Hey, what's going on, Truth Seeker?
What's happening?
What'd you think of the episode?
It was a good episode.
Yeah,
I liked it. But
all right, good, because we don't want to hang up on you.
4 episodes left.
You think Daenerys is a bitch now? What's going on with that shit? Why are they doing this?
Well, with Daenerys?
Yeah, because they're making her into like this bitch now, man. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with her, man. She might want to try to take over everything in the end.
Yeah,
I think she's gonna turn.
She don't even care about the White Walkers. She don't give a shit. You know, basically Tyrion was like, yo, let him fucking go mine his bullshit and keep him busy. Let him play around in his sandbox while we go fucking raid Casterly Rock. Which was a total waste anyway, because they fucking fled with his soldiers and said let him take the fucking rock. You know?
But then again, now she's lost almost all her army. And you saw that in the preview. Like, she's desperate. She's going to be desperate now. And she's going to be a little bit more humble that she needs Jon Snow more now.
Well, that's true. Maybe they're setting up towards that.
Right.
What'd you overall think about the episode? What'd you like? What parts did you like and not like? Anything? Truth Seeker?
Yep.
It's okay. Listen, why don't you call us back when you wake up, all right? Hello? Is he there?
Truth. What'd you think after the episode, you
He's
fuck?
gone. He's gone. I think the line dropped.
Varys in the chat said, what about the talk between Varys and, how do you say her name?
Melisandre?
Yeah, what's up with that shit? We didn't mention that yet either. She basically fled. Like, she almost set this whole meeting up, and then she flees, and he's saying, like, yo, you better get the fuck out of here, like, leave.
Well, and she said she's coming back, right?
Yeah, she said she's supposed to die there, and so is he. Man, just think about what you're going to see in the next fucking 10 episodes, man. A lot of motherfucking, you know, characters that you have loved throughout the last 7 seasons are going to be getting fucking just taken right out. You know it right away. You know it.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna.
Because nobody's sacred on this show to begin with. You know.
So you think like next season, like their episodes are gonna be like longer, or you think they're still gonna only be like an hour?
Well, I heard that the final episode is really long. That's what I did
this season. The final episode, I believe, is an hour and 20 or hour and 25.
Yeah, and I heard that the final episode of like the finale is gonna be like basically a movie.
Well, that was the original plan.
Well, no, they're still making it like as long as a movie. It's in like an hour and 45 minutes.
But they were originally going to release it in the movies.
Well, I mean, listen, I don't give a fuck where they release it. I'm going to be there to watch it.
Yeah.
You know? So it don't make a difference to me where they release it. But, I mean, I don't know if Truth's trying to call back in or not. But, you know, the one thing that I couldn't stand at the end was anyway, when their army attacked Castle Rock, right?
Right.
He knew right away that what's her name was in on it, the grandmother, the old chick, right?
Olenna, right? Olenna.
Yeah, Olenna.
That's how he found out about her, right? Basically.
What do you mean?
Because they didn't really show that part. He found out that it was her betraying him, betraying the crown, basically.
Well, here they already knew that the Tyrells were against them. And that's remember he had a conversation with Randall Tolley which was with him now.
Yeah. Now explain this to me though. Randall Tolley isn't he related to
Samwell's father?
That is Samwell's father, right? Yeah. So Samwell's father is with the Queen. Man, that's pretty fucked up, man. He's with Jon Snow, like, you better hope. But that's not a strong alliance, so they'll probably flip sides, You know
what sucks? We didn't get to see his reaction when he found out his sword was gone.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Whatever. I mean, listen. I don't have a lot of complaints with the show.
All I know is it was a great episode again. 4 episodes in, and the fucking show's fire this year again. But it was really
a question.
It was cool seeing Jon Snow finally meet her, man. And then the one-on-one talk that they had on that bridge. You know? What about the dragon flying over his fucking head?
That was so funny.
Jon Snow was like, I mean, this guy's died before, you know what I mean? And that still impressed him. Like, holy shit, look at that fucking dragon. And he's seen it all, Jon Snow. You know? He's literally seen it all.
I wonder if the dragons just take a shit like a seagull every once in a while and just land on shit.
No, could you imagine that? It would fucking engulf a person's body, bro. They'd be like, I'm stuck in fucking dragon shit. You know?
Yo, the Stone Men?
Yeah.
Alright, this is what I was wondering out loud yesterday at my family barbecue. What do you think the Stone Men do for fun at Old Valyria?
I think they fuck rock. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I was thinking, what if they jerk off? I bet you they can make a nice campfire.
I would say so, yeah. Sicko. So, do you have a favorite part of this week's episode? I mean, there were a lot of good parts in this episode, so.
I mean, I love the whole Jon Snow and Daenerys.
Daenerys, yeah.
Yeah, that was. I've been waiting for that.
I mean, I like seeing them two on camera together. You know what I mean? You never seen them two in Game of Thrones together, and I kind of like that. They look like a good couple, even though they're gonna be fucking aunt and fucking nephew.
Yeah.
Which is weird. But hey, right. I mean, look at Cersei. She's
Shame.
She's just leaving doors open now. Like, yeah, fuck my brother. What do you got?
Dude, I was saying that actress that plays Cersei, she does a lot of acting with her lips. Did you ever notice that?
And her tits, to be quite frank with you.
Well, was that definitely those were her tits, right? Because
they had to be. Do they even fake that now in TV? Like,
they faked it when she got dragged down the streets.
Yeah, that is true. Body. You're right. Because I saw that on HBO, the behind-the-scenes look at Game of Thrones. They showed that part, that it was a fill-in for her. Yeah. She always was a cunt. But, I'd say my favorite part of this episode is definitely Jon with Daenerys, but also when he first arrived there and that fucking dragon flew over his head. Because that dude has seen the dead rise and all that shit, and he still looked like he was in fucking shock, like, whoa, a fucking dragon, And I love the whole fact that she's this mysterious, figure in the show, But what they're doing to her right now by making her a bitch, especially in last episode too, a little bit. She was a little bitchy. You know, she came off a little bitchy. But this episode, they really made her look like a bitch on wheels, man.
Yeah,
what's up with that? I mean, like, why did they do that?
Well, you know, human beings, when they get power,
I know, I don't want to hate
corrupted.
her. I don't want to hate her.
I know, I love her. Yeah. She's like my favorite, but it's exactly what he just said. That like I said that earlier, that you get a little bit of power, and then you know.
Yeah,
well, that's like what the Lord of the Rings was based around. Is that you couldn't give the ring to a human because he would just put it on and want the power. You had to give it to a hobbit, and even the hobbit, fucking kind of got corrupted by it towards the end.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the ring represented power, like ultimate power.
Yeah. Yep. So I mean, only a couple of episodes left, guys. We're halfway through already, season 7. It's crazy.
Yeah.
What do you guys think in the chat? Let us know. Like,
by the way, people that are with us, the 49 people with us, thank you for being with us.
Yeah, thank you. We if you haven't been here before, this is the Foulmouth Network, and this is Tiffany from That Ass Podcast. You could also check them out here on YouTube and on iTunes. And basically, we do a weekly show, like radio, video type shows. If you guys haven't heard of us, fingering that fucking like button and hit the subscribe button and ring that bell too, and get alerted if YouTube will let you get alerted. With those pricks gotta fucking block shit for some reason, but.
Yeah, I was with a friend of mine last night. Said they stopped getting alerts.
Yeah, it's crazy. Everybody. I have my alerts on for all kinds of people. I don't even get alerts for some of my favorite people on YouTube, and I found myself unsubscribed to certain things that I like on YouTube out of the blue. And I'm like, I would never unsubscribe from these people that I watch, because I have like a regimen of people that I watch, and I found myself unsubscribed to some of them, and it's weird. It's a glitch in the system. So
wait, we got a couple of comments in the chat. We got KK Gator. I'm wondering if John is ever going to find out the truth, and when he does, will it even matter to him? He's totally focused on the war to come.
Well, it's funny you asked that because Bran was asking for John. That was the first person he wanted to talk to, and that's the reason he wants to talk to him. He wants to let him know who his parents are, because that's big.
Yeah, you're right about that.
That's what he's gonna want to tell. Hey, listen, John, you're not a bastard.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, you're a fucking Targaryen, and this cunt with the white hair and the fucking dragons is actually really not the end of the throne.
Yeah.
I don't think Jon Snow wants to even be king, or you know what I mean?
No, he don't. He said it himself. He said, I didn't ask for this. We get that part. And the funny thing is, the last time him and Tyrion met up, they were both fucking nothings. And now look at them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look at both the characters have been on this upper pendulum going towards each other, and they just collided in this episode. And like, you could tell that there's a bond there because they were both kind of misfits of their families. Him being a bastard, him being an imp, and when they first met each other that night in the first season, outside where the bastard and the imp was, and they weren't allowed into the main festivities, they spoke, and they haven't seen each other since that point. John was leaving to go to the Night's Watch, and Tyrion, I believe, was going to where?
Well, Tyrion actually was supposed
visiting.
to.
He was visiting them at that point.
He was visiting because King Robert
Baratheon
wanted
was there.
to ask Ned Stark to be the hand.
Yep.
Oh, that reminds me. When Daenerys says she had sent something to the fact that I wonder if your father knew that Robert sent assassins to kill me. Yeah. And I said to my wife, actually he did, and he gave up hand to the king because of it.
Yeah. Yep. Hey guys, if you're out there and you want to call in and tell us, how you feeling about this episode, what you like, what you didn't like, if there's anything you didn't like, because there's really nothing unlike about this fucking show.
We have another question in the chat.
Go ahead, shoot it.
E. Do you think Sansa will fuck up ruling the North?
Yes, without a doubt.
Yeah, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, she's definitely gonna fuck it up, man. There's no doubt. There's no doubt.
Who's going to be in charge? Who do you think
Littlefinger's probably going to fucking Littlefinger.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think like he's definitely going to.
It's like, who gives a fuck about the North at some certain point? Jon knows that this army of the dead is coming no matter what, and there's no way to really stop them, and it's going to be a collision of the ages. And you know, who gives a fuck about your home in the north at that point? Like, you know, I think you know, it would be pretty funny. The last episode, you see Littlefinger in fucking Winterfell by himself, you know, ruling over nothing, with the dead fucking just storming the gate. You know, like, that's probably the way he'll go out, or some shit like that, some poetic shit like that. But you know, nobody's listening to Jon. They didn't even believe him. You know, Tyrion said, "I want to believe you," and so saw it too, so I believe. You know, he don't believe either. He thinks it's a load of shit. But in this world where you have dragons and people who came back to life and people who didn't die in a burning fucking fire and gave birth to fucking 3 dragons, like, you would think, okay, yeah, maybe this fucking army of dead is real. But nope. No, they all don't realize it. They all don't want to fucking realize that it's coming, you know what I mean? It's going to be there very soon. The fucking army of dead. Daenerys is like, yeah, you know, and you know, he was like, let them go and fucking play in the sandbox. Let them mine their shit, their weapons, and all this and that, and keep them busy while we go out and fuck up. And now, like you said before, I think you nailed it on the head, Filthy, that once they come back and say, hey, we stormed, you know, what is that called again?
We lost pretty much all our men.
Yeah, when they storm Castle Rock, and they have Castle Rock now, but, you know, what's the sense of having it? There's no one there. You know what I mean?
Grey Worm dead or alive?
He's definitely alive. There's no doubt about it. You can't kill him.
Well, here's the thing. When characters have sex in movies and shit,
they die.
They usually die.
Yeah, that's true in Friday the 13th.
So he just ate a box. He ate that Missandei box. Yeah. By the way, Missandei gets a pussy, and the next thing you know, she's got a chip on her shoulder.
Now tell me this. You know everybody home watching that show today, as soon as she came on screen, when you saw her in that part when Jon Snow got there and she was greeting him, the first thing everybody thought was, she just got her a box ate.
Right.
Right?
And little does she know, she's in the presence of a guy who ate a wildling box.
Yes,
that fucking started a fucking war.
Lots of wildling box. Yes, Jon Snow has 8 wildling box. So I would think Daenerys would be quite happy to have Jon Snow go down on that, because
he's very good with his tongue.
He's very good with his tongue. On 3, everybody say, "Fuck the Mayweathers." Fuck them.
Carl asks in the chat, who is gonna win the Game of Thrones?
You mean like overall at the end game?
Who's gonna be on the Iron Throne? I'm guessing.
The end game. I think the end game is gonna be the fucking Dead King. That motherfucker's gonna be the last guy left.
King.
You know, he's gonna be the last guy left. I'd say that dead guy.
I say, even though he's reluctant, I'm still going to say with Jon Snow.
I'm not because wait, say that again. What you just said, I didn't hear you. Say that again.
Oh, I said even though he's reluctant for power, he doesn't want to be king. I think it'll be Jon Snow, because if Jon Snow finds out that by him being king, he could at least bring peace to whatever he's going to bring peace to, that he would still do it, because that's how he's always been. You know what I mean? Like, oh fuck, I don't want to do this. But if it takes me being the leader to calm everything the fuck down, then that's what I'm gonna have to do.
Yeah.
So I think
I don't think that I just don't see. I mean, I would think that Daenerys would be.
That's what I want. That's what I've been wanting since day one.
But who knows?
Because you're a fucking broad, and you want broads to win. No, we get it.
I love her. She's just awesome. So. Has to do with whatever.
But here's the thing is, when she finds out, and she will find out, that Jon Snow is Rhaegar's son.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is twisted.
Does she say, oh shit, I'm not the heir?
Yeah.
It's Rhaegar's son. You know what I mean? And does she, because I think they're going to find out that they're related, and they're going to still fuck. Because that's how Targaryens are.
Remember that? Hey, Filthy, remember? Fucking fight.
Yeah.
Fucking fight. Fucking fight.
That's, by the way, mention that fucking movie again. Anybody listening?
Yeah.
Go out. It might be, I don't know if it's still on Netflix. If it's not still on Netflix, buy the fucking thing. I promise you it's worth it. There's a documentary called The Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia. If you watch this documentary, it will change your fucking life. You will instantly be fucking infatuated with this family. I'm telling you.
Definitely.
I'm telling you.
You will. And they're a little like the Wildlings. You'll love it.
Oh, there are a lot of fucking Wildlings.
If you watch Wildlings and you're into the Wildlings, you're gonna love these guys. But yeah, check them out if you heard what he said. But it was a great episode, all in all, and like we said, a lot of good moments in it. And I love how Tully fucking fixed that dude up, man. It really worked. So now his character is going to be all up in that shit now. Where do you think he goes from here, Filthy? Where do you think he goes?
I made a prediction when I was watching the show. Jorah's going to go to Dragonstone, you know, because that's what Daenerys is.
Yeah.
And then what's going to happen is Jorah is going to end up accompanying Jon Snow back to the north.
Yeah.
He's going to be, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's left Old Town yet, but I also thought that Samwell would give the Valyrian steel sword to Jorah.
Yeah.
Because he can't use it. The fucking Samwell can't fight with that.
Yeah, you're right. He still has that. You're right.
You know what I mean?
Well, so hey, listen, Samwell killed a fucking White Walker with that shit, so I understand he's a goofball and everything, but that dude's killed a White Walker. I mean, there's not many men.
He was the first to kill the White Walker.
Yeah, there's not many men that could fucking boast that, you know what I mean, and say that they killed a White Walker, you know? So I don't know if I'd be so quick to give up that sword. I mean, but you know what? He would kick ass with that sword, that dude. That's for sure, you know?
Hell yeah.
So, I mean, listen, we're halfway through the season, guys. We're episode 3 tonight. We got 4 episodes left of this season. 7 episodes altogether here in the 7th season. And next season, we're pretty sure it's, what, 6 or 7, you said?
What?
It's 7 episodes, and then next season 6.
6 episodes next season. So, guys, we got about 10 episodes left of Game of Thrones for forever, which is crazy to say, but... yeah, these next 10 episodes are really going to be crazy. And you can see it already with all 3 of these episodes from this season. A lot of shit is getting, brought up and touched on that haven't been in previous seasons, like some big storylines. Some finalizing shit,
Is it, by the way, is it just me or for some reason I get a little misty-eyed every time the Starks reunite?
Yeah, can I tell you, I felt the same fucking way when Bran got there and I said, wow, man, these guys have all been on the run and their family that was big family, happy, big family, was all scattered throughout that map. And now they're all starting to, even Arya, she's on her way home. We didn't see her this episode, but she's heading towards Winterfell. She's going to be back. Jon Snow is going to be back there.
I think that's the most misty I'm going to get when
I want to see them all around
united.
Yeah, I get you. I felt that way too tonight, like I said. And I want to see them all around that fucking tree. Right. That big fucking...
How cool are those trees,
Those trees are sick,
beautiful.
Dude. Especially that tree when Bran was laying on it that had, the face, that old, wooden face, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, well, the story with that is that the children of the forest carved those faces in...
Yeah.
And that's how the Green Seer see shit, is that the three-eyed raven, whatever the fuck you want to call it, he touches the tree, and the tree, the roots that run through the earth, or whatever the fuck this planet's called, he uses that to see the past, and all that shit.
That's fucking insane. So basically, Bran knows everything and all about all these people. So we'll see how he uses it in the future. But now that he's back in Winterfell, you know that the storyline is going to pick up with him as well. I want to say thank you to the new people in here right now checking us out for the first time. This is our weekly show for the Game of Thrones recap. And we got Tiffany from That Ass Podcast with us. And we also got the Filthy Mouth Gamer from the Foulmouth Network.
There's another question in the chat.
Oh, yeah. Shoot it out. God.
Did Melena betray Daenerys? It doesn't make sense why she would. Why would she?
Well, but betray Daenerys how?
I guess by...
Maybe you want to pull in and...
well, that was another thing. I got to see 2 castles that I never got to see before in this episode. I got to see Casterly Rock.
Yeah, first time.
And I got to see Highgarden.
And Highgarden, yeah, you're right. Right. And that's where he was, in Highgarden, right?
Right, yeah, he went to Highgarden.
Because their soldiers were gone, basically, because they were storming Casterly Rock.
Right.
So he converted took his army, went to fucking Highgarden. Could have taken it over right then and there, which he probably did, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And basically, she was told to kill herself, and she got the last laugh. And now, at least Cersei... Dude, you know what I forgot? Cersei's going to find out that her brother really did not kill her son. And, She casted him out and fucking got rid of him. And now this guy's the hand of, a fucking a Targaryen. Like, what the fuck,
Cersei, man? Even if it was true, Cersei won't care. She's always hated Tyrion. She fucking can't stand them.
Yeah, I guess so. And she always saw that, like, this being, like, the end game for them, too, As far as, like, hating each other.
I want another Bran flashback.
Yeah, I know. Those were cool, man. You could make a fucking series just out of Bran, seriously.
I love that. I love when it flashes.
Couldn't you make a series just about Bran, like, his traveling throughout that world? Like, that should be the spin-off, one of the spin-offs.
Well, the spin-off should be, like, him just having visions, and that's what it's based on. His
visions. Like him traveling that map and, like, meeting new people and going through the visions and kind of like a fucking wanderer, I mean, they could make so many great spin-offs from this show. I want one show that's, like, kind of taking place during this time, but it's something that you didn't see when you originally watched this episode. I mean, this series, But it was another great friggin' episode, man.
Yeah, he followed up and he said, "I'm confused that the earlier episodes, didn't they unite together, or first or second episode they had a meeting, right?"
Well, what was the plan? The plan was that the Greyjoys, I'm talking about the good Greyjoys, was supposed to take the fucking Dornish down to Dorne, grab their men, come back up, and hold on. And what were the Tyrells supposed to do again? They were supposed to also meet up and attack King's Landing with them.
Yeah, they were supposed to join together.
So, Olenna was in Highgarden. I'm assuming that's Highgarden. So, I don't see how she betrayed. I mean, she didn't really, she went to Highgarden to get her shit together and was attacked.
Yeah.
But how did they know? How the fuck did they know? Like, it was very clever how they played that to the Lannisters. How did they know how to play it that way?
I know. How did they know? The only way they could have known that, now, by you bringing that up, makes me think that we're going to find something else out pretty soon. Leak? Yeah, because that's the only way. If the only way they knew to take their army and get rid of them, was to be told beforehand. Which is fucked up because now it's fucking Littlefinger, man. It's fucking Littlefinger, dude.
No. What if
well, let's blame him anyway. I fucking hate him. What?
What if she interrogated Ilaria Sand somehow and got the information from her?
I mean, we're hypothetically speaking, but I mean, I'm sure it'll come up because how else would the fuck they know? But I mean, that's just crazy.
That was like they knew saw it coming. This is getting like the Trump administration. It's like leaks and shit.
Oh God, here we go. Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, but listen, all in all, great episode this week. And I'm looking forward to next Sunday already. Like, I'm already hopped up on it, ready to go. That's how this show gets you.
4 episodes. No.
Yeah, I can't believe there's only 10 episodes left, man. It's fucking insane. Very upset about that, but I'm gonna enjoy these, man. I'm gonna fucking enjoy these until it's all over. I guess we only have 4 episodes left for this season. Season 7's almost over, so we're at almost the midway point right now. But it was a great episode. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us tonight for this Game of Thrones review, and please join us next Sunday as we come back on as soon as it goes to. The credits start rolling, we jump on and discuss everything that happened with that episode. I want to thank everybody for coming in tonight. Tiffany from That Ass Podcast, go check them out. Hit her with a like, hit her with a subscribe. They talk about cool shit if you guys about relationships and all kinds of stuff. It's really cool. And the Filthy Mouth Gamer.
Yeah, as always, go fuck yourselves.
Exactly. I knew that was coming. You can see him here on the Foulmouth Network.
Subscribe if you haven't already.
Yeah, please subscribe. Hit the like button for us, guys. Let us know that you want this show on. If you did enjoy it, please hit the like button. Leave some comments under there. Maybe we missed something. Maybe you know something. Hit us off with that. Let us know if you like the show. If you're interested in it being on for good now and all that. And thank you for the support. Thank you for hanging out with us, guys. If you're here first, like I said, hit that subscribe button and hit the like button. And please come back next Sunday for our next Game of Thrones review. This was episode 3, season 7, and we'll talk to you guys next week. And we'll talk to you soon. Peace out.